Hello and welcome back to another video. Today I am here to just show you guys another prophecy that is unfolding literally right in front of our faces. Actually, all the prophecies seem like they just been coming to pass all at one time, but I wanted to start coming up showing, the different prophecies that is coming to pass. That is not the thing that show who a person is. I mean, the few matters in a person's life. Plus, as children of God, we're all able to prophesy. All of us is not a prophet, but we're all able to prophesy. But I am Prophet Sarita, and I walk in the fivefold ministry, the governmental offices. I am a prophet of the Lord, and prophecy is just one of the things that He uses me in. Kind of basically like Jeremiah. That's who God kind of related me to in the Bible, where Jeremiah was a prophet who talked about calamity a lot. Like, it was nothing ever good that God gave him. He was always talking about what was coming, right? And so Jeremiah was hated because Jeremiah was a prophet that would call out sin. Like, he didn't play. He didn't play. And so he was the prophet who God used over in Lamentations to warn the people of the desolation that was coming, of the destruction that was coming, and for them to get their lives right, for them to stop sinning, and turn to God. But of course, Sodom and Gomorrah did not listen. And so God allowed their enemies to come in and destroy Sodom. The Lord literally, he literally destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah, right? So it was nothing left standing. It was like, flat after it was all said and done. Well, as I said, Jeremiah was a prophet who was hated, where they threw him in the dungeon, because they they didn't want to hear what he had to say. And I know it came from fear, because many people fear the prophet of God, the prophets of God. They fear us because they don't understand it. They don't understand the prophetic as well. They don't understand that God uses the prophetic to get things over to His people that needs to be said, and for us to know what's happening and what's coming. It's called foreknowledge. But many people, because they lack understanding, they don't understand the prophetic. They don't understand how the prophetic work. But we all can prophesy as children of God. We all can prophesy, but we are not all prophets. The Bible says in the last day, God will pour out His Spirit upon all flesh. Your sons and daughters will prophesy. Your old men was dream, things like that. And so God is pouring out His Spirit in the land. That this is what you see that is happening. God is pouring out His Spirit upon all people, all His people, right? And so you will see people coming out the woodworks, prophesying and things like that. In the last days, God does not have a specific kind of person, like a specific gender that He wants to use. He uses all His people. Anybody who, allow Him to come in, anybody that open up the door to Him, anybody that receives Jesus Christ, and allow the Holy Spirit to use them, God would do just that. God is not limited. You can't put a limit on God, in which what we have been seeing in this world, where people try to put a limit on God, telling Him who He can and can't use. That is not of God. But we're not going to talk about that, because I don't want to get in that. But what I did here was, up on my screen, you see the natural disasters that is going to happen. You see the video. Let me pull it over so you guys can see. I'm going to make it bigger rather. So I prophesied this like a year ago. It was a year ago when I prophesied this, and it is now happening. We see in Los Angeles, California, the wildfires that is happening. They are literally trying to blame it on something else, everything else, but this could be God, or this could be God's judgment. They are trying to blame it on everything else, but we know better. We know what God said that will happen, and was going to happen, right? And so we're in this time where you see things being destroyed, because he said desolation is coming. It's coming, because America has turned its back on God. And so this was just God's way of warning us through his people that, listen, this what's gonna happen if you don't get it right. And now we seeing God's hands upon this earth, right? Okay. Then, back in, let me see, April the 26th, 2023, the Lord spoke the word calamity to me. That is the first time. This is not the first video I've done of this. I've done several. No, I won't say several, because several is 7. I'll say like 3 videos on this, on the disasters that is coming. I've done videos on this, and I kept, because the Lord kept bringing it up to me, and I kept warning people who would listen. On April 11th, 2023, he gave me decimation, which talks about like a 10% of every person would die. He also gave me that. And on February the 10th, 2023, the Lord gave me climate change. So if you look up climate change, you're going to see Los Angeles pop up. I don't know what that is. Let's look up climate change. So let me pull this video back up. So you guys can see. All right. So when you pull up climate change, I looked up climate change, right? This is what you see. Wildfires rage in Los Angeles, and you see it here. Like, you see the wildfires when you pull up climate change. So, as I say, on February the 10th, 2023, the Lord was warning us about climate change was coming. It said LA fire shows limit of America efforts to cope with climate change. So that is another prophecy that is coming to pass. Let's see, earth pass. Now let's go to the meaning of climate change for those that don't know. It says, hold on. Okay. It says a change in global or regional. So that means worldwide, or a certain region, which is still worldwide, climate patterns. In particular, a change apparent from the mid to late 20th century onwards, and attributed lately to the increased levels of atmospheric carbon dioxide produced by the use of fossil fuels. So that is what a climate change is. It's a long-term shift in temperatures and weather patterns. That is what it is. No, I won't read that part. But yeah, so this is what we're seeing. And like I said, I've done different videos. Let's go look. Let me go back in and interact with this. Go back to my page. In custody. Sorry. Okay. Videos. I also did one on epidemic, which is what we're seeing. Some of it epidemic as well, which is a breakout of many um plagues. I've done lots of video. Let me hold on. Let me pull this up because I know y'all can't see this. Hold on. I didn't realize that to just then. Hold on. Okay, now let's go back. Okay. So this is the video of the epidemic. Then I did one on prevalence of epidemics, which is the plagues, which is what we're seeing starting to happen now. Um then I've done a lot on judgment. Idols will be destroyed, corpse of, people dying. Um let's see. The wicked plot with fail, God's judgment, looting and plunder. That one has still not happened yet. That's the one where the war that is gonna come. That is when that's gonna take place. There go God judgment coming again 6 months ago. I've done one with the seats changed, deposed. I've done that one. That one has already come to pass. It's like we see lots of people just being uprooted from their positions in government and because I mean the whole White House pretty much, the seats are changing. um then you have the churches seats are changing, like different things. They'll go to one with treason, where Mr. Donald Trump was talking about treason in the White House. That one has come to pass. Wait a minute, this thing is going too fast. Okay. We see the one about deception, a lot of deception happening. The system, idolatry, the nations ran by demons and devils. That was several months ago. Um, the one with war that is coming to America. They'll go tariff, prophecy. That one is coming to pass because Trump has been talking about that one as well. So there's a host, another famine coming. That was 9 months ago, almost a year ago. The ones on orgies and Kalaus, that one has happened. They was talking about that one in our news. Orgies, that one has happened. Cannibalism, that one has happened. We know with the P Diddy situations, this is what they was talking about. They was doing with the young ladies. I went too fast. Hold on. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Okay, treason. Okay. What? You can come by because it's blocked off. Okay, so yeah. That one I done 10 months ago by Astronomical. That one the Lord been talking about for a minute, what he's about to do for his children in 2025. So stay tuned for that one. The strange fire that's being offered up in the church, Janie's and Jamboree's witchcraft. I also had a dream concerning that I posted as well. The spirit of the Antichrist, like we see that throughout the land. Extortion, we've seen that. This him thing here, just want to do what it want to do. We seen, we've heard not too long ago about the decapitation, the children being beheaded and killed. We've seen that as well. So yeah, there is several, like there it go. 1 year ago, there it goes, right here. 1 year ago, I did the prophecy on catastrophe. The spirit of assassination, that one is definitely on the rise still. The harvest is coming, about what's coming this year. So yeah, there's a lot. Then the very first video I ever did, where I was warning people that it was time to pray for our kids, because the kids kept staying on my mind, and I kept saying it is time to pray for time to fight for our kids. I'm sorry. Now we see why the Lord kept giving that to me concerning the Diddy situation, on them trafficking the kids, killing the kids, raping the kids, doing all this 2 years ago. 2 years ago, even before all of this stuff came out, I was telling everybody it is time to pray for the kids. Nobody listened. Nobody listened. God knows what he know, and God knows what he know before it's gonna happen, and so he give it to his people to distribute to his people who cannot hear him, or to warn people that, hey, this is coming up, not to scare us, but to get ourselves together, get it right. If all of us would have band together, this particular video right here, if all of us would have band together 2 years ago, prayed. But it is sad that it is very sad that people have destroyed the prophetic, that people don't believe in the prophetic anymore. And it's sad. It is sad that these so-called leaders have destroyed the prophetic, that people don't believe in what God is saying anymore, like it was God that did it, but it's coming back, and it's coming back strong. The prophetic is coming back strong, where none of us will be left without excuse. Nobody won't have an excuse to say, I did not know, I didn't hear it, because God said, I'm gonna make sure everybody hear the word, before he come back. Everybody is gonna be heard about him some kind of way, and so we will be left without excuse. But these are some of the things that I've had that I wanted to share that have come to pass. I'm gonna keep posting. I'm gonna keep putting them up. I'm gonna keep showing y'all God is real, because that's my thing. The only thing I want you guys to understand, that God is real, and that God is yet speaking today. God is yet on the throne, and God is giving us time. He has given us grace through Jesus Christ. He's given us mercy. And so God is speaking. He is speaking. I know it's a lot going on out here. I know that, people have messed up the prophetic. They are actually messing up God's prophets as well. Those that came before us, have literally destroyed what prophets supposed to be like, look like, sound like, be like, amongst a host of other things. Like, I understand and I get it that these days it's going to be more harder to persuade people who is real and who is not, but it is God that gives the influence. And so I am not even worried about that as of right now, because it's God that gives the influence. And when God has approved you, when God has put a stamp of approval on you, can't nobody take that away. And so God knows who you is. God know your name. God know who's fake, who's false out here, who's lying to his people. And so we are about to see a host of things take place. A host of things take place, because God is tired. He is tired, and he loves his people, and he is tired of his people being bamboozled. He is tired of his people being bound and oppressed, because they don't know what's real and what's not. But I am praying for you guys. I am praying for you guys to know the truth, to learn the truth, to have a relationship with God for yourself, so that when somebody come up and say something or do something, you would know, okay, this can't be God, or this is God. You would still be able to see, weasel your way through what they are saying without saying, okay, this sound real. You would know falseness when you see it. Because I'm going to tell you, the devil will put a little truth in there, as he did Eve. He still haven't changed to this day. He will put a little truth in there, and then the rest of it will be lies. And if you don't know the truth, which the truth is what sets you free, if you don't know the truth, you're going to be lost. If you can't hear the voice of God or decipher the voice of God, you're going to be lost in this hour. So again, I am praying for you guys, and I'll be talking to you guys later. Bye.